Hello all and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to TTS episode 30, part 1 and 2. This part is called Cosmic Irrationality. And here we are at the unfortunate too soon end. The last episode in the series. The personality of the characters carried on into Hunter the Parenting with the voices associated with them, but I have no idea how much of any of their storyline, because a lot of their storyline is built on, the pre-existing storyline of 40K and doing interesting, fun stuff with it, and that's not really... That framework doesn't exist in the World of Darkness. Chronicles, old, pre 5e or not. It's just not really how that worked. Let's just start. And, so I'm like, the second episode has a picture of a boxing ring, which has me going, is there are they continuing to fight stuff from here, or are they just going to try to continue the character arcs to some degree? I'm curious. I am curious.
My consent is never irrelevant. Really, my lady?
He distracted its energies for himself, but guess what? It backfired!
Backfired?
Oh, yeah.
Well, at first, before finding a way to make it suffer, which is apparently next to impossible, the energies it radiated almost killed him.
Oh.
Anti-negative energy, quite a public concept.
Positive, yeah.
He did make the Monkai suffer.
Oh, yes, indeed. Interestingly,
Other Throne Emperor. What's the term we're using for that version of him?
Turns out the Monkey did that. Immediately became an extremely potent beacon of negative energy. Nevertheless, new plan. We're saving the slaves in the arena and targeting Veg's slave stash.
I'm actually going to go back because I want to hear that. I did not catch that. I was trying to think of where the frick. What?
Yes, indeed.
The Karo's Mob fragment. The Emperor's humanity.
Slave race comrades thrown into the arena. Turns out the Monkey did that. Immediately became an extremely potent beacon of negative energy.
Yeah. Then he started radiating out negative energy.
We're saving the slaves in the arena and targeting Veg's slave stash.
Saving?
I suppose that would explain how how Beck and Co were able to regenerate, since the positive energy was actually killing them. Pawns ominously. I love the subtitles.
That is Soltari. Go away.
Okay.
Fuck! Do you know what this means, Tariel?
That you're going to bark information at me regardless of my radiance.
It means fuck! No, wait, hold on.
Wait, the deceiver is unhappy?
We'll make this work.
So now...
If Alice brings Drago from the arena, we can kill him right here on one of your edgy boats.
Alright.
And as for that fucking Emperor Shard, I don't know. Let's improvise.
They were, yeah. The deceiver was not expecting any of that.
It gets swallowed in a black hole.
Quite the thought-out plan. I'm sure Vector's never considered such an action.
I will make your skin vanish, Tariel.
Sigh of audible ass. Let's see.
Why do you wish to kill Caldor Drago?
Glad you asked. I hate telling this story. Many bad memories. So,
Glad you asked. Hey, tell this story. Many bad memories. Use cosmic insanity. Oh, Jesus.
Where are you going with this?
getting to that asshole out of my mind theater.
Wait. Right, so yeah, the Deceiver is one of the Necron gods. I forget what they're called, but yeah, and
so, Caldor Drago was born. My greatest project.
okay, so he made Caldor Drago.
Collab between me and that fuck The Emperor. Nothing could go wrong, right?
Ah,
Of course it could.
so worked with the Emperor to make
He defeated
something.
a Primarch on his own. That was not meant to happen. So, in sheer panic, I sent for some favors and orchestrated the events that sent my beautiful bearded child into the warp forever.
Except,
Meant to be forever.
yeah.
He is out now, and he must be stopped before he ruins everything and helps bring about the end times.
Right. Neat.
Well, the end times ended up kind of sort of happening.
What makes you think we can kill him now?
The answer to that question is malice. The reckless
Malice.
demagoguery of Drago
Oh.
could be put to rest by a god.
You know, the lady isn't here. She's not.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh. Okay, so one of the bits of 40k. I'll click and keep going. 40k lore.
Nazi boy will shut his mouth. If you hadn't noticed by her creepy clown laugh, Lady Malice is literally possessed by the laughing god.
Oh,
Oh, so that's why.
okay. So I was an idiot, and he was referring to her.
Yes.
Wait, aren't you a god?
Oh,
Too weak to kill him
so
yourself?
she's
I am
possessed
but
by
one of an untold number of
that
sharks.
the laughing clown god, and this is him fucking with all of Beck and Co.'s plans, huh?
It'd take such time for me to coagulate into my
And
full
since he's
form,
trying to make
and time is what is ending. You know what? I feel
Yinnit or whatever the hell the
anxiety. Be right back.
elf space elf death god is. Is time
Great.
zeros.
Hi. So Malice and her forces are on their way.
I was thinking of something completely different, and was just completely wrong.
Already, yes. Apparently, a shard of the Emperor is hanging out with Vect.
Calling out.
Which one? From
Is it the future or past
News?
self?
It seems to be the Star Child. What?
I mean, so you just call it the Star Child, yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Crook shit. That one hasn't been a thing for so long. I hate that. I know. Who decided this? We don't want this. It is bad. So, anyway, Vect is torturing the shard.
There's people complaining about the fucking lore. Yeah, I thought it was like Malice, the chaos god of order, because that is a thing.
Will cause Vect to die from poisoning or whatever. Ugh, that's so bad. Yeah, just please make sure the arena match goes as planned. Having Drago kill the emissary or break out would be even worse, probably.
So what is this fragment of him doing?
Hey,
Of doing?
Hey,
Oh, the
sorry,
QB
which one are
one.
you? The Martian one. Which
Oh, right.
the one used by Call, as he suspected
Ah.
new form or something.
So wait, are they
Still
saying?
can't get a read on the guy, even after so long. But he sure loves carrying me around.
So
He's
we're
constantly
establishing.
relying me for success, whether he knows it or not.
Okay, so we are absolutely connecting the receiver to
Just wanted to
the
tell you that
primar,
Call has
or
been blackmailed
the
into killing
primaries.
some
That's it,
custodians
primaries.
of
I'm sharing with their
Mars.
help Vermont.
You know, that's who. Okay. Well, I'm never a fan of custodians leaving Terra, but it doesn't sound too groundbreaking. Just make sure to report back if there are any further developments. For certain and for sure. Going back in.
Unless that was just part of the normal canon for with Cal. Again, not a 40k expert. Just know odd bits of lore. Like the quasi, not always liked god of order.
Say again, head down the sewers.
Here is my psychic support blanket,
You're what?
and you are supposed to be my caretaker.
Sorry
I believe
about
the
that.
later ones are the later interpretation of that is that just as bad as all the others, just opposed to all the
The
others.
wanky psych be brought before me.
Woof.
You aren't referring to the rags covering your very bones as you speak, are you, Master?
Are you questioning my cognizance?
No. No, I am trying.
Look, my child. Chances
Ah.
are, in an unfavorable timeline, that I am about to go into a psychic paroxysm so blinding in its rage that it might split Terra in twain, and it is not something I am going to be able to control.
Woo.
I just know that it may happen, and since I know, I wish to forestall its potential intensity to the fullest possible extent. So if you do not get my funny little blankie right now, I can promise you that you will be deleted to hell, whether or not Terra follows suit.
Lord, I am ever your loyal servant. I will go down in the dark cells and see what I can find.
Good.
So are you just trying to get rid of Wamamones or sliding everywhere? Love that.
Only care?
Define care.
We are almighty, eternally shackled space brain shriek in truest torment at the death of a loved one?
Not in any way you imply.
How, then?
Hey, here then.
Castrated yourself upon the altar of progress.
Oh, I love that effect.
Child's wise.
You castrate yourself
Unintelligible.
on the altar of progress.
Offers questions it cannot
Like,
comprehend.
if he had not said the right thing following that beat up, man,
Of true compassion hampers my little.
Squish.
Let loose a grief-stricken fury so baleful that it may utterly liquidate this rotting planet.
Pie, chicken pie, our lives are about to end.
We will see about that.
wow. Oh. The shortness of this is, again, not blaming them, just gonna make this more painful, because, like, the next one is shorter. And I know it ends on a cliffhanger, which just makes all of this super fucking irritating. And again, it's not their fault. It's Game Workshop for basically ensuring that they ain't. Yeah. Just Oh, and oh no. Oh no. That's the title of this episode, part of the episode. Which partly actually feeds into my feelings on how this episode. Cause like, oh man, this is just extra painful. Like, Captain General. Good old Kin. One final time as this character, and I'm off to the fencing verse.
I'm not victory. Rendezvous with us once we've stopped. Captain General, I wish not.
Which one is that one?
Judgment, but what if Magnus is wrong? What if he lies? Magnus, come forth.
Mini Magnus? Oh god, I forgot about that.
His protocol worth our effort.
Yeah!
Will it revive our Emperor?
The reincarnation is guaranteed.
What would happen if you're wrong?
I shall shed my skin, innards, and bone to become a curse upon Big Magnus perennially.
I have no reason to doubt this creature's word. I would certainly hope so.
I would certainly hope so. The Mini Magnus will become a curse on Main Magnus.
Every rock on the road, or did you forget that this is a grav carrier? We are taking fire!
Oh yeah, and now Crawl's people are attacking them. Yep. Or Cal, not Crawl. Ugh. But yeah, like, in the case that Big Magnus is wrong.
The hot dog mobile.
Yeah, he'd probably have another breakdown like the one that got his homeworld burnt and broken.
Outstanding. 1 of 13.
You dare fry my bananas. The metals reaped from your molten body shall be used as seed fillings you will conceive millipede.
Ooh. So was this their way of removing the... Oh my god, they did it again. I love the simulate. This was based on an actual 40k tabletop game. War game. Oh my god, I love it. Just as good as last. This is gonna be just as good as last time. I can feel it. Getting one more of these helps soften the blow a lot. These are fun. Like, I'm gonna be a little sad about. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because it's over. If this had continued, I'd be a little sad if Cal died, because I'm one of the people who actually thinks the primaries are actually kind of cool sounding. At least, again, I haven't read a lot of material, and I'm not a long-term fan, so I'm not going to major. Oh! Giving him an extra attack. Oh. Yeah, Cal's shit is fucking major bullshit. But yeah, that's...
Use the blessed grenade.
Stick around, would you?
Ooh, I do like ish. And yeah, this is good. This is good shit. I enjoyed the last time this happened against the Force of Chaos. This is good, but I like that. I'd be sad, but it's all ending anyway, so go ahead and kill them off. And I don't think they're going to continue it the normal way since they did the parenting thing instead.
You will not get even cheese me a fucking melt out of here.
Hypothesis holds strong. Aggregate cell with 3 triple heavy phosphor blasters. Let us continue assessing.
Oh, I like that. Let us continue a successor. Oh, I love the science war speak there. That was great.
Theory remains.
Theory remains undisputed. That is great. Yeah.
Custodian is angry.
Traitors, you shall be scrapped soon.
Yes. The funny little space marine has charged in victorious evidence.
Oh.
Unit 1, initiate.
Uh-oh, Wrath of Mars. Brother, I am... Yep, there's the face from the thumbnail. Yeah, cow shit is bullshit. And looks like it's actually leaning towards win for them again. Or for the enemies again. Oof. These are the guys who speak only in quotes from the game, aren't they? Yeah, now I remember them. Reinforcements. Orbit. But yeah, I like that. Crumbling morale. I cannot make out what kind of bot voice they are going for with that one. Ooh, that is cool warping effect they got going on with that.
Yes, as ultimately ever, the timelines begin and end in my favor.
Aha.
I will always be the victor.
Oh, by that point it is the 42nd millennium. Wait, what? Oh, that was the robot. Oh no, is Kitten okay? Oh. Oh. Ah, right. Run it in and pop it on his lap to make him feel better. Just like before. The death of Kin nearly broke him. Well, I don't think they could have killed. Well, I don't think they would have killed Kin. But given this is a cliffhanger, he is at an appropriate ending. Yeah, given this is a cliffhanger and they're not continuing the series, and now Kin's dead. He's dead and gone. He ain't coming back. At least not as Captain General. He said he's a Hunter the parenting character now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. There is a spoiler here. Yeah. These were existing for months for free, and and then yeah, they were experimenting with shit, and now, but then shit happened, and just like, yeah. Yeah. So there is a big spoiler down here. I'm not sure if I actually want to read that, because for all the talk, they might come back to this someday. it felt. I actually read a little bit without intending to, and you know what? At this point, I might as well read the rest of that bit at the very least. But it does solve what happened. Yeah, he did die, and then they would succeed in getting the thing and using it on him instead. Oh, permit-looking brain rot on Kin's part, but yeah, so spoilers if you don't want to read this. Whoops. Uh, yeah. So I mean, it makes sense. Go get the thing used to bring back the Emperor, and they would have used it on him, which is the Emperor's preference, anyways. Oh my God, are we gonna be a third Yu-Gi-Oh special with this Void Dragon? Ah, that would have been great. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, they're not even going to change it with the if the policy is altered. They're going to wait till the other show has a chance to take off and shit, because that way, if something happens again. So yeah, this might be continued, and that's a minor spoiler. A spoiler for what would have come and the final chunk of this episode, because there was going to be a part 3. It may never be finished. Probably won't ever be finished, but we can have the small hope. Until then, this is the end. Ken's dead. The Emperor nearly breaks Terra. And hope may be lost on many fronts, while kindled on others. We don't know fully. The good guys keep taking an L, and we won't know until next. Yeah, until next. Whenever they bring it back. But as noted, that doesn't mean it's gone for good. Oh, the surfer dude was Santodes. Right, right. I didn't notice him in any other part, but that was him. But many of these people are coming back for Hunter the Parenting. They liked it doing it, and I don't mean the voices. I mean the characters in some way. Kitten, Magnus. Ah, I did show that on screen when I scrolled down. Oops. Usually I don't show my actual scrolling down. Uh, Kitten, Magnus, Thorn, those are the free visible, and of course, Big D. And there's no way they're not bringing in the other ones. Yeah, of course I forget his name at the moment. The one VA I know besides Rava and Taka. The guy who Zoran the Bear, that's it. Zoran the Bear coming back will almost certainly come back as a Rusk-esque figure. And I'm curious how they're reinterpreting these characters through this world. And yeah, I'm super happy they're doing this. Hell, as someone who favors White Wolf as one of the settings I'd like to play around with someday, both as a player and maybe not vampire and such at the DM. Well, actually, no, because none of them. I don't think I would be one that I'd take too. But Exalted, I'm I'm ecstatic. Alright, it sounds really cool. Especially since I recently watched an episode from a at this point 2-season game called Fracturing of Chicago. Streamer I watch was invited to play a possibly one-off character, an important NPC, and given instructions on how to basically play him, but allowed to put its own little spin here and there. And despite coming in just out of nowhere, that was very interesting. I'd recommend checking it out. But yeah, it's I'd love to see him do other game settings like this with Field of Lore. Uh, not D&D, because, like, D&D is good and Pathfinder is good, but both of them, I think, don't have the kind of lore that really works well with these series. World of Darkness makes perfect sense as a grimdark setting to work off of, especially if you use the older versions. Even if you don't fully tap into the constant into worlds that were going on before 5e, smudge shit a bit. It's got a very similar grimdark thing, and before 5e, it even had the world's happening. For reference, the Old World of Darkness had splat books for essentially entire games, all semi-sharing the same universe, ran around the different factions. Not factions is not the right word. Creatures of the settings. Humans, I believe, had Hunter. Vampire has VTM, which is, I believe, the big core of what the setting was originally built around. I forget, Mage the Awakening or Mage the... I don't remember what the other one is called. It's one of the two. But Mage, about mages and such. Werewolf the Apocalypse. I think that's what the first version was. One's about fairies with the halflings. One's about mummies, and so many. And all of them were semi-canon with each other, as in these creatures generally existed in the same world, but maybe not to the same degree. So that people, if they wanted to, could run in mixed splat games or have different elements from different ones smash into each other for against a player playing from one splat book. But also could be mostly excluded. I think Vampire explicitly has the mages and werewolves running around more out of anything else. But that's because vampires versus werewolves being a classic thing, and and the hunter, of course, because they's the one who wants the creatures in dark, and it's got a very similar dark tone, like because each of these spot books have their own apocalyptic event. Oh yeah, Demon the Fallen, can't forget that too. They're all in game coming, and while mutually incompatible, everybody's got their own flavor of apocalypse that is bad for everyone, but especially for the ones in the center of the splat. And from what I know of Demon the Fallen, again, osmosis, shit gets fucked. So it makes perfect sense as a series for them to cover, filled with all sorts of obscure lore that contradicts itself in fun and interesting and dumb ways, so fun to explore. The only real setting I know of is another White Wolf setting that they could do. I'm sure there are others. Cthulhu stuff could work. They could trap into other settings, but I think what they're really good at is these game settings, and White Wolf's got another good one with Exalted. Very similar. Mixed splats covering different things. That one's a lot more friendly for mixed splats. And similarly, it's got really bad lore stuff, some contradictory bullshit even amongst the rules. My personal favorite, again, I haven't played, but everything I've looked up, everything I've done, and everything I've interacted with people who do, has me casting the ones I most want to interact with being the GSP. But even I know the books, the splat books, the lore books, all that for the GS, I believe the lore books as well, are dog shit. They are dog shit. Most people use fan supplements, some of which I believe are even made by people involved with the project, but not involved with that splat book, because of how bad it is. It is utter garbo. Despite it being so fucking interesting, and that would give so much stuff to work with. But outside that, I'm not sure of Battletech. I know barely nothing about Battletech, but I know it's another 40K-esque game, and that might work. Not as dark as the the World of Darkness, but then neither is Exalted. Exalted has its big problems, but the world is on a decline towards the end if something doesn't fucking happen. But I'm not sure if it works for them as well. But it's another thing that at least I'd like to see them do. I'd love to see Exalted videos explaining Exalted verse shit. Because, for all I know, there's still some that are complete mysteries to me. I know basically nothing about Lunars. I went on a tangent there. The point is, I'd love to see them diversify with more shows like this done in this style. With original art, even. And preferably it's of stuff with, I think that the best when they're interpreting and explaining weird, obscure, kind of hard to get into lore that really helps get people into the product. Hey, maybe some of the people involved are really smarter about it than these idiots. And yeah, I do gotta like that battle. Was it planned for Kin to die? I think probably. But was there a possibility he could have survived? Because as established, these are based on the games, and luck could have led to some pretty fun results where Kin survived just right till the end. I'm sure. Like, he probably might not have died there. Maybe like, oh, right before the end, but then Cal pulls out a thing and boom, he's dead. That was not a great ending to the series, but that's not their fault in any way, shape, form. I don't blame them for that. They know it. Everyone knows that was never going to be a good ending to the series. That's a cliffhanger that was 2 parts out of a 3-part video. The 3rd part that never got finished. The only reason they even bothered posting these is because they were already made and available on Patreon, so just whatever. Yeah? It's sucks, but it's not their fault. Nothing can be put on their feet for it. At least there was a lot of fun stuff that happened before the end. Before they got to do the Stellaris thing, they got to do another one of those gaming moments. There was one last. They managed to get one last road trip that I didn't. That my reaction was screwed up for. I really enjoyed that one. It was good. There are worse ways for a series like this to go. So yeah, it was great overall. And yeah, and finally it's like a big reason I started like this was because like to help spotlight it a bit, because I feel like these series deserve more viewers overall, and you know, like maybe you guys have never heard of this before I started doing it. Because this helps make 40K a very understandable and actually enjoyable to engage with steady. When before it was just like, ugh, 40K fans. Now I get it. And while I would probably never get into the game itself, it's fun. And lots of people did get into the game. So yeah, they did a lot of good, even if GW are assholes. But this is it for Brother Alva stuff for a while. I'm, like I said, not even going to, I'm not going to be touching the 100 for a while, and if things go well with the streaming reaction thing, I'll be doing it there. If not, I'll just be doing it after that. But, everybody sign out, and I will see you all next time.